Oh, and this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome into the last Monday Night Grind show of the 2025 season. Great things always must come to an end, but don't worry, we're going to be back in the fall of 2026. Now, the positive of all of this is that the playoffs are right around the corner. The positive is that you're going to have your Monday nights back to you. Maybe we'll do premium pop-ups. Who knows? So we've got a lot to get to tonight. You got the Rams, 7-point favorites on the road in Atlanta. So another positive, Chick-fil-A is open in the Atlanta Dome tonight. That's a huge positive. So we got to get to our best bets. We got to get to our playmakers. We got to get to Boom or Busta, Ball Don't Lie, and then the last chance to get into the Legends Lounge. The last chance, unless we do playoff games, to get in and pop the bottles with the coolest crew in the business, to just, hang out, have a shot or two. I am not yet a member of the Legends Lounge, which I'm quite sure that my crew
We lost you, Coach. We lost you. Must have gotten lost in the hoopla of what is the final Monday Night Grind show here for the season. So I will take over, and I will start with the hellos. The Godfather himself, sitting right between myself and Raphael. Big Tommy C, how are you, sir?
What's up, Mikey P? What's up, Rafi? I guess Coach logged off because he knew he has no chance of getting in the Legends room.
I mean, listen, you said it. I didn't say it. I'm not taking no. I would never take a shot at Coach not being.
Me either. I didn't say anything.
No.
Kiss Up Mountain is in full effect tonight, Coach.
Yeah, well, I don't. Let me see here. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
You sound like you're in a hallway.
I'm gonna have to reconnect, and all I hear is Tommy's finger on my screen. Yeah, man, I tell you what, your ego is out of control. All right, let's get into it, boys. Our picks. Have we done any yet, or were we just like chopping it up, making fun of me?
We're chopping it up.
You're chopping it up. Okay. All right, Mikey. I want you to start us off. What do we got today?
I've got 4 plays, as I have had all season on the Monday Night Grind. I'm going with the Rams first half team total over 14.5. I just need 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I do believe we're going to see plenty of points in this one. So give me at plus money the first half team total over 14.5. And then Blake Corum, I've been riding him for at least the last month, over 49.5 rush and receiving yards. Given where the Rams are for playoff positioning, I do not believe we're going to see Kyren Williams all game. So I do think we get a heavy dose of Blake Corum. And Terrence Ferguson, who? Yeah, Terrence Ferguson, tight end for the Rams, over 22.5 receiving yards at a minus 118. And for one last time, Big Tommy C, because I know you love it. I know Coach loves it. Raphael, I know you absolutely hate it. I've got my bonus play. Mikey P shows his wits with a Kyle Pitts bonus play. That's right. Kyle Pitts over 4.5 receptions, 52.5 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown for a plus 310. Those are my 4 plays. Big Tommy, what do you got?
I got Kyren Williams touchdown score minus 105. Big note here, guys. Williams has scored at least 1 touchdown in each of the Rams' last 9 December games as favorites. My second play is Puka Nacua, longest reception over 29.5 yards, minus 110. Nacua has recorded a longest reception of 31 plus yards in each of the Rams' last 5 games.
Raphael, you're up. What do you got?
I actually do like your wits pitch joke because I have a little synergy with you. I have Kyle Pitts over 4.5 receptions. It's juicy at minus 135, but I don't care. This number should be 5.5. He's hit this in 4 straight games, and all of a sudden, Kirk Cousins likes to throw him the ball. He's always open. I don't understand what took him 4 or 5 games to realize that he can catch the ball and he runs really good routes. I love this one. I'll take the minus 135. It should be 5.5. The juice should be even higher at minus 135. And then we'll take the Falcons team total over 20.5. You know what, boys? The Falcons have won back-to-back games, and both of those games were on the road, and they averaged 27 points per game in those 2 wins. We know the Rams don't have the really best defense that we've seen lately. They let the Seahawks score 38 points, and the Lions score 34 points against them. I'm going to take the Falcons team total over.
Do you think they will cover tonight, Raphael?
Yes, this is what the books have told me this afternoon. That big money has come in on Atlanta. Now it's 7, but this morning was 7.5, and under money continues to go in. Now, do we see 6.5? I don't think so. I think it's going to stay at solid 7.
All right, very, very good. We're going to get into it. So, are all the best bets done? Are they done, Mikey? Including your play on words that I will not miss until next August, or I guess September on this show. All right, so best bets are in. We also have best bets from the morning show. By the way, when you come in and watch, hit that like button for us. It really helps the show grow. All right, so bets are done. But there's going to be a lot of things out there, guys, that maybe they don't like our plays. Maybe they don't know some of the numbers according to BetMGM. So without further ado, it's time for some play makers. Right, two very rich quarterbacks are going to be on the field tonight, Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins. Kirk probably got the greatest deal in the history of the NFL, 4 years, $180 million. Matthew Stafford, he's just been making a lot of money for a long time. Here are the numbers, Mikey. I'm going to start with you. Anything jump off the page?
Yeah, I love Matthew Stafford's longest pass at 38.5. I know we normally like to go longest reception, but I believe for at least the first half, we're going to see MVP Stafford. I believe he's going to throw the ball all over the field. I think this Rams team is ticked off for how they lost in Seattle on Thursday Night Football. They'll take it out on the Falcons in the first half, and then he'll slow down. I think we see some big shots on the air tonight.
Yeah, I think one of the good things, guys, because of that loss, it was a Thursday. And so they've had, 10, 11 days to forget about it? Because if it would have been like last Thursday, you're like, how do they respond? They need to forget about it, Tommy, and it starts right here with the quarterbacks. You like anything?
Oh, I love Matthew Stafford. I like the completions, and I like the longest pass. In one of my best bets, I have Puka Nacua longest reception. So when you have a guy like Nacua out there who just finds his way to be open and he can get deep, I think Matthew Stafford's going to have a little bit of a field day with the Falcons tonight and their defense.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing the numbers kind of been 10 between longest pass and longest reception by the number one guy. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I guess it's 9, 38 and a half. I think, Tommy, your number was 29 and a half, right?
Yes.
That was your number?
29 and a half. Yep.
Okay, very good. Raphael, let me come over to you because these are two guys that if they start to get into a shootout, it could be really, really exciting to watch. Let's not forget that Atlanta a couple of weeks ago were down 14 in a primetime game, I believe, and they scored 15 straight to win 29-28. So never count Kirk Cousins and the Falcons out despite their record.
Yeah, their offense is playing much better the whole month of December. That's why I like Kirk Cousins passing yards 228.5. I think this one goes over. But the best bet on the board that everyone has in either their parlay tickets or their best bet is Matthew Stafford's passing completions at 22.5. It's one of the top 5 biggest bets for all the plays today
Really?
at MGM. So everyone's betting over 22.5 because I think people are going to realize, yes, the narrative says, oh, the Rams are going to steamroll the Falcons. But why so much money coming in at Falcons? I think we're going to see a very competitive game, and I think Stafford's going to have to play not just the first half really well, the second half as well. So I could see passing completions going over 22.5.
I think that's great analysis. I mean, you're looking at the last 2 games, as you mentioned, both wins for Atlanta, 26 and 29 points. So they're averaging 27.5. So if they scored 27.5 tonight, you're going to cash your team total. But that means the Rams have to score in the 30s. And to get in the 30s, you're going to have a bunch of passing. So it all correlates. And I think that's great analysis, Raphael, by you. Let's flip it over now to the guys who are going to give a little bit of a reprieve to the passing game tonight, and that's Kyren Williams and Bijan Robinson. Bijan, Mikey, is one of my favorite running backs in the entire league. He doesn't get a lot of pub because he plays for the Falcons, but this guy is dynamic. His number is 72.5. That's a big number for a guy on a bad team.
Coach, he really gives off Derrick Henry vibes when Derrick Henry was just getting started in the Tennessee Titans world. We are seeing one of the most complete running backs in the league. And when you look at the board, I think just in comparison, I really like Kyren Williams at 61.5 because I do not believe we'll see Kyren Williams all game. The Rams need him more than almost Puka Nacua. I'm not saying he's more important than Puka, but for that run game, they need Kyron Williams. I think they'll preserve him. I like him on his rushing yards. I like Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown.
So explain to me what you mean by they're going to preserve him, because if they need to win the game, wouldn't they use him more?
Well, they have a very talented too. And I'm not just saying that because of Blake Corum being a best bet of mine. I believe Blake Corum has shown over the last month, very similar to how Kirk Cousins has produced over the last month, that Blake Corum can carry the load. You can let your star, your 1A, get a big breather, whether it be for a drive or a half.
Okay. Very, very good. Tommy, let me come over to you. Based off of everything Mikey just said, do you think any of the running backs tonight, including his guy, are going to be something we can sink our teeth into, or would you fade?
Oh, I would definitely sink my teeth into to Bijan Robinson with the rushing attempts and the longest rush. This guy is a stud. Saquon Barkley even said he's the best running back in the NFL right now. And I like anytime touchdown too, Coach. I mean, there's 3 categories here where I can see Bijan Robinson just shattering it because he's such a dynamic runner.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about the anytime touchdown, Tommy, is I don't like minus numbers when it comes to touchdown because they're really hard to hit. Even with guys like this, they're really, really hard to hit. Raphael, let me come over to you. Anything you see here?
The minus 135 anytime touchdown, yes, it's a minus, and yes, it's hard to hit, but we're talking about Bijan Robinson, and we're also talking about where they're playing. They're playing at home. So I can see that's why the number, I believe it should have been minus 150 or higher. I think it's great value at minus 135, especially how they've been playing, especially coming off 2-game winning streak on the road. Last home game, they lost, so they want to see the home crowd get the favorite guy come in and get a touchdown. I love the minus 135, but give me the 72.5 rushing yards for Robinson. This morning it was 73.5, and I thought it would drop, but I still think it's going to drop before kickoff. I love Bijan Robinson over rushing yards today.
I also like his longest rush because he's a guy that is incredibly dynamic when it comes to downfield speed. And so 14.5 doesn't seem all that long to me if he can just break 1 or 2. And I think he breaks more than that tonight. Let's move it now, guys, over to the receivers. And this is where we find Puka Nacua and Drake London. Now, Puka this week, he got, and this was eye-opening for me. So he gets fined $25,000 for his idiot appearance on the Aiden Ross live stream a couple of weeks ago. Yes, Aiden Ross. And he was like, man, this one really, really hurt financially. And I saw some people go, man, this is a millionaire athlete. But Mikey, he's not a millionaire athlete yet. Remember, he was not highly recruited. He was not highly on the draft board. And then he came in and started blowing everything away. He'll get his money, but he hasn't got it yet.
No, he is not a high pick like his opposite mate there in Drake London, who I actually love in this game, Coach. I look at Puka Nacua, all the talent in the world. Would I like him to probably stay a bit more quiet? Yes. But we're talking about a guy in the same way we've talked about Jackson Smith and Jigba for the last month here at the brand. So I'm fading Puka Nacua in the comparison here. I like Drake London for his receiving yards. I like Drake London over his receptions. Hell, I like Drake London for his anytime touchdown as well.
The numbers for Puka simply are too high. That's why it's not that I don't like him. They're just so high. Tommy, what was your best bet on Puka?
Longest reception, over 29.5. But his last 5 games, he's gone 31 plus each time.
I know. I like that play because 8.5, normally for a high level receiver, 7.5 is the max. Normally 6.5 is the average, but 8.5, that's the sports books, Raphael, telling us if you want to play Puka, you will not cash until the 4th quarter, if at all.
Yeah, that one's weird to 8.5. But then if you look at the 110.5 at the receiving yards, let's see. 3 weeks ago, he had 162. That next week, 185. The next week, 220 something. So why is it 110.5? I think the books they're doing something. I see that every time, and I see the books giving me the middle finger when I want to bet it. That seems too low for me, the way he's been playing the last 3 games.
Golly, I know in our heads it seems too low, but then you look at what you just ripped off and you're like, my goodness. And then you kick yourself when you get to the end of Monday Night Football going, all right, he just had 11 for $190. Why didn't I play either one?
And this number reminds me of King Henry yesterday. Everyone bets King Henry's rushing yards over. And, it's too high. What if he fumbles? And he had it in the first half. This Puka number reminds he could probably get this by halftime.
Man, the more we talk about it, guys, the more I'm leaning towards the over because I love both offenses. I love all of these weapons. And we've seen some really high level scoring fests, including the Rams' last game. I just think the over is the play tonight. I really, really, really do. All right, guys, we don't just talk about the Monday night game. No, we like to look at everything over the weekends, and we had some incredible games. We had some incredible storylines. So we like to package it all up in a little something we like to call boom or buster. All right, in somewhat of an upset here at the brand, and you can tell I've been sitting in this room way too long today. 5 shows, and the sun just went down.
Wow.
Need to get a life. I need to get a life. But that's all right. We grind when nobody else grinds. So, Tommy, let me come over to you. Who is your boom team or player of the week?
My boom is, and Mikey's going to love this, is the Bears, even though they lost the game. But my really boom is Ben Johnson. What a difference this guy has made in the Chicago Bears team. And you can even go back to the Lions. Look at them now. Their offense is nearly as good Dan Campbell calling plays as it is when Ben Johnson. Look what he's done with Caleb Williams. Look what he's done with the Bears. They're legitimately good. They kept coming back last night every time, and it's because of Ben Johnson. A great coach, a great offensive coach makes things really happen, and he's probably the best in the game right now, Mr. Ben Johnson.
Tell you what a first year he has had. What a really great opportunity he has to become like the next great head coach in Chicago. They love him there, and so does Mikey's back. All right, Raphael, let me come over to you, big dog. Who is your buster of the week? Or excuse me, your boom of the week.
I'm a believer, Coach. I'm a believer of New England Patriots and Drake May. What they do every single week, they've won 9 out of the last 10. They've won 13 games. Drake May this season alone, 30 touchdowns. Yes, I know he's throwing 8 INTs, but he's still a young quarterback that's going to make those mistakes. But a QBR, first in the league of 76.5. I am a believer. And what if the Falcons do win tonight? Then Matthew Stafford and Puka might wipe each other out in the MVP race. And who might be the head leader now? Because didn't Josh Allen lose yesterday? Maybe Drake May can get MVP.
That's crazy talk. That's a hot take by you, Raphael. Hot take. Now, I am going to your neck of woods for my boom team of the week. When I look at dubs, I'm looking at the New Orleans Saints. And I remember all the way back to the beginning of the year, and it was you, Raphael, that said the Saints stink. They're only the Saints. What have the Saints ever done? Well, all they've done is win 4 games in a row. All they've done is beat the 2 first-place teams in the NFC South. This team now has a quarterback. They're playing inspired football. They were down by double digits on Sunday and came back to win 34-26. I watched almost the entire game. A ton of fun to watch. They throw it around. They've got great athletes. This is going to be a team, guys, that we've got to watch next season because they've got all the weapons that they could possibly want to become a good team in the NFC South. All right, Mikey, who is your boom of the week?
I couldn't pick a team, Coach. And I've been working on my impression of this young man. I feel like I could get his voice down. I'm not going to do it tonight, though. Give me Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. 13-6. I mean, what a barn burner there in Cleveland, but over 200 total yards. I know he threw 2 picks. One was incredibly impressively bad, but Shedeur Sanders at home, just the joy this kid has for football, no matter how they win, he's got an opportunity. We are long far away from the conversation of him being a first-round draft pick. He's enjoying football, and I love to see it.
And it begs the question, a couple of things. What's more shocking? The fact that he's now the starting quarterback or that his dad is dating Koresh Tran?
Who?
Don't tell me you don't know who she is.
Who?
Are you just being sarcastic? Or
no, I legitimately.
I can guarantee he doesn't know who she is.
2 words: smoke machine.
you might be dead to me. You might be off the show. Producer man, we've got to talk. He does not know who Koresh Tran is? What are we doing, Mikey? What are we doing? Forgot. Congratulations. Our man just got engaged over the weekend. So that's what it is. Congratulations. Let's give him a Raphael clap, and he'll never be able to even admit knowing anybody like Koresh Tran ever again.
You know, he's Googling after the show.
There's a woman with a frying pan behind this door right behind me. Ask me if I know anyone ever again.
Oh, my God. Who was the wide receiver that played for the Giants years ago? He had like 2 or 3 really good years, Tommy. Do you remember? He was undersized.
Shockey? No.
I said wide receiver, not tight end. And he was black.
I know who
Victor Cruz?
There you go, Victor Cruz. Koresh Tran dated Victor Cruz for a minute.
Yep.
Like a year or two. I'm not saying that she goes after athletes, but she goes after athletes. And Chris Brown.
Wow.
Mikey, I'm so disappointed in you. Like legit disappointed.
Won't be the first or the last time, Coach.
All right. I don't even remember where we started right there. That was our boom, right?
Yes.
And then we turned it into a buster. All right. Now, to keep the flow going that I absolutely ruined right there, Tommy, let me come over to you. Who is your buster team or player of the week?
This gives me great joy. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and that arrogant Aaron Rodgers. They scored 6 points. They could have won the North yesterday. They scored 6. Now, and that knucklehead Metcalf wasn't there. But besides the point, Shador Sanders, 2 interceptions, and you guys come up with 6 points. You can't beat the Browns. Now, I know their defense isn't bad, but you laid a big fat egg. You had a chance to win the division and sit back and take it easy, but you blew it. Now you got to play Sunday night, and I love it for Aaron Rodgers.
If I would have told you Saturday morning that the Ravens-Steelers game next week would matter for anything, you would have told me I was crazy. And then the Ravens go out and beat the Packers in Green Bay, and then the Steelers blow it against the Browns? What are we doing? All right, so we go from the Steelers to, let me check my notes. Oh, apparently there's another division, Mikey, that nobody wants to win. Where are you going with your buster of the week?
I tried to have faith in Bryce Young. I tried to thank the Carolina Panthers for all of 2 days. They helped the Bears have the #1 seed. I cannot support a guy who throws for 54 passing yards with the division on the line. Bryce Young, what are you doing? And what's even more disappointing about this, all jokes aside, is the Panthers defense rattled Sam Darnold. We were seeing Ghost of December pass from Sam Darnold, getting sacked 3 times, throwing an interception. He only threw for 147 yards. When your defense is holding 147 yards for the opposing quarterback, if you get 148, Bryce Young, you might win the game. Very disappointed in Bryce Young.
The Seahawks really flexing their muscles in the second half of that game. It was just embarrassing. All right, I'm going to go next because to me, analytics and guts have completely taken over the game for no reason whatsoever. Let me set the stage for you. Last night, early evening in Buffalo, the Eagles 13-0 at the half. Josh Allen, they couldn't do anything. Then all of a sudden they scored a touchdown. Did they get the extra point? No, they did not. So it's 13-6. It's okay. We got plenty of time. And then you score a touchdown with 11 seconds to go, 13-12. And I was hanging out with the fam. I didn't even have the end of the game. I was like, this is too boring. So I look at my phone. Oh, they're going to tie and go to overtime. But what do? At home? Against a team that you held scoreless for the entire second half and scored or threw for 16 yards. 16 yards is all Jalen Hurts had in the second half. So why would you not go into overtime and win it in overtime? Why take that chance? It was the dumbest call of the year. And now the Bills, let me check my notes, are not only not going to win their division, let me look where they're at. Oh, gentlemen, they could be the 7 seed after this weekend. That's embarrassing. Eagles, you got lucky. All right, Raphael, my guy, where are you headed for your buster of the week?
You talked about the dumbest call. of the year. I'm going to talk about the dumbest play of the year. I played the Raiders yesterday at +2. The dumbest play. The sportsbook told me after their first series when they went 3 and out, they were bombarded of New York Giants money line for live gaming right there because they knew the Raiders were just going to tank and let the Giants win. What are we doing in Las Vegas? Send them back to Oakland. This team does not want to be there. This team doesn't deserve to be there. They were so sad yesterday. They scored 20 points only 5 times this year. And don't forget, they were shut out once. That means a goose egg in NFL football. Someone scored 0 points. It wasn't raining. It wasn't snowing. 0 points. This team is awful.
It makes you wonder, Tommy, how many more insults, side eye, sideways you're going to take from Raphael. He basically just said your team sucks.
Well, they do. And they even blew it yesterday. When they're not supposed to win.
So I guess it begs the question, too, why was Max Crosby so pissed that he was not allowed to play this weekend? Why was he so angry? I would have punted. I would have been in Cancun somewhere. Are you kidding?
Yep.
Can I answer that, Coach?
Please.
My sources, one of them writes for the paper Vegas, he was more upset that he heard the management told Pete Carroll to tell him he couldn't play. The management didn't have the guts to say, hey, you know what? You're not playing.
Wow.
He was more upset at the chain of how it came down to him more than anything.
That makes a lot of sense. That would make sense why Pete Carroll said, I agree with him. Pete Carroll said, I agree with what Max Crosby wants to do. That makes a lot of sense.
Wow.
A lot of times the executives I can't stand because usually most of them never played. They've never even put on a pair of sneakers, and they're going to try to tell you, Max Crosby, one of the greatest of all time. I get that.
Wow.
We have your back. All right. This is the last Monday night game of the year. And so far, we've kind of had a teeter-totter effect when it comes to the eye-popping, what should we call it, competition between Raphael and between Tommy Carlucci. Big Tommy, as we call him. So tonight, the rubber meets the road. We're pushing all the chips into the table. Whoever wins tonight, I'm declaring the champion for 2025. So here we go. We like to call this a little ball don't lie. Is everybody ready? All right, Tommy, you get to go first. Question number 1. The Rams are 5-0 all-time against the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football. Is that a truth or is that a lie?
5-0.
5-1.
You said
5-1. Can you read do you see the screen?
No, it's too small for me. I swear to God.
All right, they're 5-1. I'll do sign language too. 5-1 all time on Monday Night Football.
I'm going to say that's true.
Raphael, true or false?
I think that is true.
So they're both saying true. I don't know the answer because I'm going to go to Mikey. I'm going to say it false. I don't even think they've played 6 times on Monday Night Football. Mikey, what is the answer?
The answer is true, Coach, but a lot of these games were played when they were the St. Louis Rams between 1970 and 2000.
Oh, wow.
That's the part of the question, or the answer I didn't give you. That's exactly what I meant. Since they moved to L.A. Did I fail to mention that? I believe that I did. All right, tied at 1, boys. Tied at 1. All right, question number 2. Does the ball lie? Both Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins have 10 losses on Monday Night Football each. Raphael, you get to go first.
So I'm going to say false. I think Cousins has more than 10 losses on Monday Night Football. So I'm going to say false.
All right, Tommy.
I'm going to say false also. I think Kurt definitely has more.
Mikey, what is the answer?
The answer is true. I was actually shocked that Stafford had 10 losses on Monday Night Football.
Really? Wow.
And then I remembered he played for the Detroit Lions, so it kind of made sense.
Yeah, but they went on
that
Monday
doesn't
Night
make a lot of
Football
sense.
that much.
Yeah, I didn't think they were on Monday Night Football that much in Detroit.
Wow, I'm shocked at that one. That's a good nugget for Stafford.
That's a good one.
Great nugget.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, gentlemen. 18 weeks. Dozens of questions. And it all comes down to this. The year championship, the bragging rights, the reason you wake up in the morning comes down to this. Does the ball lie? The Rams were involved in the highest scoring game in Monday Night Football with 105 combined points. Tommy, is that true or is that a lie?
I'm going to say true.
If you have any guts, you will say false. Or
I'm
you can
rolling
say
the
true,
dice.
and I've got a tiebreaker if you say
I
true.
don't need a tiebreaker. It's false.
Mikey, is it
They-
true or is it false?
Coach, they call him Big Tommy C for a reason. That pinky ring is out. It is true. It is true.
Oh, give me the thumb. Give me the thumb. Oh, and then we got the shooters. Oh my. What's that one? I haven't seen that one.
That's this.
You're combining the finger with the thumb. Got it. Hey, that's next level right there, Tommy. That's next level. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. So before we hear from the champion, Raphael, I know it was such a great experience all year, 18 weeks, all coming down to the final question. Your takeaway from this year.
I'd rather lose to the Godfather than anyone else. So, Tommy, congratulations.
Soft.
Thank you.
Capital S. Tommy, your acceptance speech of nothing.
Hey, it's what I do, Coach. I move lines. I wear pinky rings. I'm in the lounge, and now I won this.
You've done like 4 things that I haven't even sniffed all year. What am I doing? What am I doing as the host of this brand? Absolutely nothing.
No, you've done things that I haven't sniffed this year.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that. All right, now it is that time. Oh, now
it's the last game. It's the last Monday Night Football.
Yeah. No kidding.
Does it have to be?
So look at looking to make sure some of the names aren't in the chat that I'm looking. Okay, I got it. All right, I think we're good. All right. So all year, for those that are new, and I see a lot of our favorite OGs, the Big Cheesies, the Kims, the JC1s. You guys are so valuable to what we're doing, and several of you are in the Legends Lounge. But we need you to participate tonight. I believe Producer Man has put the link in there. We want you to play. So here are the rules, and this is 18 weeks of this, where I'm still standing out on the curb. I'm still trying to tip the security guy $100. He laughs at me, $100. Oh, I scoff at you. Everybody else on the team, at least on the show, has already cashed a ticket. So to say they have been teasing me behind the scenes would be an understatement. So tonight, who will be the last person to get into the Legends Lounge? Here are so, gentlemen. I believe Raphael, have you got in 4 times this year or 3 times? 3 times?
Just 3.
All right, 3 times. Anybody else 3 time? Raphael was the first anyway. All right, Raphael, my guy, plus 1,000 or higher. Where are you going tonight for, I believe, to be the first 4-time champion?
Kirk Cousins steps back. We all know his struggles on Monday night. He throws a pick 6, and we win on a pick 6 at 25-1. We're going to take the Rams defense / special teams because Kirk Cousins throws a bad pass, and that's how I get in. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. I feel like Miami Heat and LeBron James, but 4 times. That's where we're going to get into.
I'm sorry. All I heard was Charlie Brown right there because I'm looking under my name going, what the hell are you guys up to? Because I know who I sent in. All right. Anybody a 2-time winner, Mikey? You are. Coach. All right, my guy, you're up next.
I had to do this in honor of Monday Night Grind, and I'll just say this very quickly. I've loved being a part of this show with the brand. And, Coach, I wouldn't be Mikey P if I didn't go out with the white Devontae Adams. Give me Jordan Whittington.
I thought about doing that.
As soon as I saw he wasn't taken, I had to go with him.
I thought about that so bad.
The white Devontae Adams. Let's go. Jordan, if he hits tonight, I literally will fall on the floor. My mom is going to, son, what's the matter with nothing, Mom? It's something about a white football player. You wouldn't understand. All right. That's
even
awesome.
The coach would be like, he's black.
Yeah. He's really black, son. He's really black. All right. Producer Man, I believe, has gotten in mold. How is Drake London plus 1,200, by the way?
He shouldn't be.
What are we doing? How the hell do I not get Drake London? All right. Producer Man has a very good chance to get to number 3. Tommy, how many times do you cash your ticket?
Once.
Interesting. You're just a little bit better than sucking. Okay.
Yes.
So, but you did cash. So who do you like tonight?
I got that running back from Michigan, Blake Corum, plus 1,100. Everybody thinks Nakua's going to get in for the first touchdown, but Blake's going to catch it, and bam, he's in for the TD, and I'm in for 2 times, baby.
You're in for 2 times? That's
Yeah,
what you just
I didn't
did.
do that.
You did. Yes,
I
you
didn't do
did.
3.
Yes, you did. Did he not just do that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm in for 2 times. Can't even count. Can't even count.
Brown breaker, man.
How embarrassing is that? Blake Corum. What's your best bet on Blake Corum, Mikey, by the way?
Over 49.5 rush and receiving yards.
Oh, and receiving yards. Okay. All right. Let me read off a few others. DG is on Tyler Algier or Algier, depending on where you come from. He's a running back for the Falcons. Soupy is on Terrence Ferguson, plus 1,500. Why should we know something about Terrence Ferguson, Mikey?
Because he's one of my best bets, the Rams rookie tight end, who I believe will really open the door for that offense over the next few seasons and tonight as well.
Yeah, he just better not open the door for the first touchdown is all I'm saying. And then Big Chuck, he was all over this one fast when the email came out. Kyle
Yes, he
Pitts,
was.
right? He's like, oh, damn, I got to get my Kyle Pitts in. I don't think Chuck has got in the lounge yet, has he?
No.
Nope.
He's somebody that would be fun to watch pop bottles. Can you imagine? He comes in with the chain, just like you, Tommy. I mean, 4 ladies on each side. I mean, it'd be amazing.
Oh, my
It would
God.
be
Big
amazing.
old pimp hat.
Yeah. All right. All right. So has everybody gone? Has everybody gone?
Yes.
All right, Mike, you know how I feel about you going behind my back and doing something that I do not approve of. However, I have a feeling you and Producer Man did something. So I'll let you take the reins, and I just hope that I'm not doing the show by myself next year. But you go right ahead. What do you got?
I want to start off by saying thank you guys for the opportunity. I've loved being a part of this brand. This is probably the last show I'll ever do. Coach, it's the holiday season. So Producer Man and I got together and we looked at the board and we thought we got to do everything we can because you're the leader. You have to lead by example. So when you get in the Legends Lounge, we're going to be popping all the bottles during your selection. We got you 2 tickets. We got you every single player you could want.
So do I have all these at my disposal? Or
yeah. You can pick whoever the hell you want. You got 2 free tickets to get in. However you want to do it. You got Rams on one side, Falcons on the other. Just trying to help you out.
They worked on that, man.
Oh my God.
This is great.
I don't
This is great.
Who Tegan Quitterand is. Kirk Cousins doesn't run. Oh man. I wouldn't even feel good about it if I took Bijan Robinson to play.
Yes, you would.
You're probably right, Raf. Give me the Atlanta defense give me Darnell Mooney at plus 3,000 and jeez. I'm gonna go chalk as hell. Didn't somebody just have Colby Parkinson?
No, Terrence Ferguson.
No? Ferguson, same last name. Parkinson, Ferguson, same. I'm going to take Colby Parkinson for the Rams, and I'm going to take Darnell Mooney for the Falcons, which means Felipe Franks will end up scoring the first touchdown of the game. Oh, my
God. Oh, this is great.
And he lost his mic.
Lost his microphone. It's in the lounge, Coach. You got to get in the lounge to get back.
The microphone's in the lounge already.
Yeah.
Still don't have him. Tommy, that was actually not my idea at all. It was Raphael who started it yesterday when we were doing the Sunday morning pregame show. But I mean, job well done. Would you say?
Wow, that you guys took some time to work that out for the coach, man. And that was tremendous.
Now, Raphael, are you shocked that with Puka and Bijan and Kyron Williams, like we gave them the opportunity to take, minus 600 and he didn't do it?
We have a segment, Ball Don't Lie. I'm going to Mike Mike's going, I would lie. I would take both chalks if I had 2 tickets because I would just want to get in. So I would have take both chalks.
No, can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Idiots. No, you would not.
Yes, I would.
All right, you might have. All right, gentlemen, we got to do our best bets and then our final takes for the year and get the hell out of Dodge. I'm smelling some turkey chili right now that my mom makes the best of. So
Nice.
let's rack it up. If you are not here at the top of the show, don't even worry about our best bets are coming to you right here, right now. Raphael, my guy, start us off.
Falcons team total over 20.5. I'm impressed with what I've seen the last 2 games that were on the road that they averaged 27.5 points per game. So I'll take that to where Falcons team total. Then give me Kyle Pitts over 4.5 receptions. It's juicy, but I don't care because he's going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 receptions. Kirk Cousins finally realizes that this guy is good and he can catch passes.
All right, Big Tommy, coming over to you, big dog.
I got Kyron Williams, touchdown scorer -105, and also Puka Nacua, longest reception, over 29.5, -110.
All right, Mikey P, bring us home.
Give me the Rams first half team total over 14.5. That's plus money at 105. I think this game's going to be a shootout, so I really like the Rams to get at least 17 in the first half. Blake Corum over 49.5 rush and receiving yards at a -115. And tight end Terrence Ferguson over 22.5 receiving yards for the Rams. But I have to end the Monday Night Grind season with a little bonus play. And Mikey P shows his wits with a Kyle Pitts bonus play. Kyle Pitts over 4.5 receptions, 52.5 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown altogether. It's a plus 310.
I got to be honest. I'm just happy we don't have a first quarter play on anything tonight.
Listen, I learned my lesson. You've allowed others at the brand to put in first quarter plays in the NBA, so I backed off. It was gimmick improvement.
Yeah, they're cashing, Mikey. Those are cashing. By the way, I think I have a first quarter play tonight.
Wait, I do want to say one thing though, Coach.
Yeah,
I know you get heated with us when we don't share these with the group.
Yes.
But I did cash on a first quarter receiving yards parlay 2 weeks ago to help make Christmas a little nicer.
2 weeks ago. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? I don't care if it was damn 2 minutes ago. We're not talking about parlays that you didn't post that are 88-1. Stop it. And Brandon, if you're watching, what am I talking about?
Oh, he lost his mic again.
Oh, he lost his mic again. I mean, karma's a real thing. Karma is a real thing.
Right here. Got him right there.
Oh, no. Yeah, Brandon, I'm not watching. You're not talking, Coach. I mean, what are we doing? No. We'll take a lap. We'll see you in 30 seconds. This show is completely off the rails. I guess we're supposed to do final takes, guys. Let's start with this. Any final takes on the Week 17, the final Monday night matchup? Big Tommy, I'll start with you, Falcons Rams.
This is a very big game for the Rams, guys. They want to stay 5. They don't want to go. They need to win this week and next week, because if they don't, they could potentially play play the Eagles, somebody in a higher level, and they don't want to do that. They want to stay 5 under the radar. Big game tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored, though, tonight.
And Raphael, Tommy's right, because if they go down from 5, they could go to 6.
Oh,
maybe 7. No, I still can't hear you, Coach. I get away with it right now. I can get away with it. Raphael, your thoughts on Week 17?
I do think the Rams are going to win this game. I just don't think they're going to cover this game. I think the Falcons are going to stick around, maybe kick a late field goal. I can see the Rams winning by 4 or 5 points. It's going to be a very competitive game. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of points in the second half. That's why I like the first half over, maybe the second half, depending on what the numbers. I can see a very tight game in the second half because the Falcons are playing tough to beat at home.
And I think we're just gonna wait around for Coach. But before I get give the
maybe he's eating his turkey chili.
Apparently it's so good that he's trying to get out of here quicker than normal.
There it is. All right. So there's one thing. I'm done with the kumbaya stuff. There's one very important thing that I need to handle before we get off the air on the final show of 2025 here on the Monday Night Grind. Producer man, if you don't mind, I need a no. I need to see all the guys. I need one side, and then I need you to bring up the full screen on the other, because it's embarrassing that somebody that's so important to the brand, that I like to think has his finger on the pulse of pop culture, has no clue. And I see Lady C in the chat. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to embarrass you. But here is who Koresh Tran is. Hello world. Good job, Dion. Are you kidding me right now? You don't know who Koresh Tran still is?
Nope. I'm gonna need to put my toe in the water on that one, because get it, Dion's only got like 3.
Oh, boo.
That's horrible.
Boo.
If you have to describe a joke, then it's just not funny. It's just not funny. And anytime she's on my screen, we don't joke. This is very serious business. Now, it may or may not have happened after Dion got the $10 million a year plus, but hey, who's talking? Who's talking? Embarrassing. Tommy, I know you know who Koresh Tran is. All right.
She's a smoke machine. That's what she is.
Smoke machine. Gentlemen, well done this year. But this is just like our toe in the water. We're really going to be fired up for 2026. If all of you, well, I know Raphael will be here. I know Tommy will be here. Mikey, it's kind of a 50-50 at this point. All right, gentlemen, well done. All right, it's time for you guys to go out into the world to enjoy the game, the last Monday night game of the year. Remember, we'll be back tomorrow morning live to look ahead to a pivotal Week 18 in the National Football League. And don't forget, Wednesday is the next round, the quarterfinals in the college football playoff. We'll be all over that this week as well on Coach and Company. And I just have a really good gut feeling about our start of our year. And we want all of you to follow us, subscribe, like, share the show, because you just never know where you're going to find us. With that being said, for Mikey P, for Raphael, for my guy Big Tommy C, who moves lines, producer man behind the scenes, I am the coach. This will do it. We'll see you next fall right here on the Monday Night Grind. Good luck tonight.